welcome back to Spekd, for my hobby in painting, building and that crafting, and again we're focusing on that solo hobby right now, because come on, wow, it's some time getting hot under the collar and needs stuff to do. Well, here's a thing to take a look at, looking back in history here. Now the focus of this series has been going and checking boxes that you stripped models from, or that you just wanted the models for. You might have been able to sell the other model, but you left the box knocking around, or the game items around. You can still play that game, okay, as long as you've got the models, or even alternative. I'll show you that later. So this game is easily a solo game, 2 models, that's it. Yes, you can have more models, but this is all of the flyers. So now you've got something to do with flyers. We've spoken about dealing with knights, units, now flyers. If you're seeing Aeronautica, this is the original version, I believe, of Aeronautica. Well, it's probably not, but this is the large scale. Like how you have planes which are like 1/45th scale. Yeah, it's kind of like that. This is the bigger scale. So, coolest thing there is that flight manual. Makes me feel all official. Yeah. Look. So this one was Faith and Heresy. Now, back in the day when these were released, there was multiple sets. You had the Tau and the Necrons, and I think you had the Elder and something or other. But this was the one I remember. We'll see it in here anyway. Now, originally, part of this game could be played alongside of the actual occurrence on the 40k board on the 7th edition. So they kind of like had a separate board. So you had the main battle, and then you had like sky and air control and taking it above the clouds and all that. The cool thing with this, it had a lot of pictures, some nice digital artwork, but that's not what we're here for. You had a little bit of lore and history there. Nothing special, nothing new. An introduction to the game, what you're looking at. Lore, fighter aces, and pilot aces, and this actually spoke about the Hawk Lords, which was really cool, and that was like another one of the first times I got to hear about Hawk Lords. Anyway, let's continue with this. So a little bit of play-by-play step, a little bit more story, a hell of a lot of art. Let's get to the rules. That's quite a way in. So you probably scrap this because you're like, wow, this is just a art book, and you probably just threw it away in the back. You can see the different variations for markings there, which is nice. I think that's the most descriptive markings that I've ever seen for any kind of like 40k aerial model. There's Hawk Lords there. Okay, let's continue. Helldrakes also have the same. Blah blah blah. See, all that way, you might have been overwhelmed like, oh man, there's too many things in this book and the rules and whatnot. But look, here you go. It was really simple. You had a quick access sheet, which gave you the way you play. What happens if certain effects, like if you spin, your speed, what you can do, how you bank. There was multiple coloured dice. I think there was a blue, black, white, red, and one of them had your speed, one of them had your wounds, and they had your direction, and you chose them blind and you did your thing, which is on there. Now each model had a different ability, or I should say different ability, but you had different maneuvers, different speeds, and that meant that they can do different tricks. So the Helldrake had the ability to rake if it passed over models, which was brilliant, and the gunship had the barrel roll capability, which was pretty cool, and it is what it was. It had some interesting rules in there, like stalling and blowouts, and you might be heading to ground to crash, but you might make a recovery roll and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into piloting and flying games, this is pretty cool. There was critical hits and damage results, so it was a fun game overall. There was mid-air crashes as well, and I did play it once or twice, but because I needed to use the models in 40k games, it was more interesting to me that way, because originally I did build my Helldrake with a Bell Flamer, which, to be perfectly honest, a Bell Flamer has no meaning in this game. It's so short range, it's pointless. So the Hades autocannon would have worked better, but I learned that after I built it because of rule of cool. So there you go. I know I'm going through these pretty quick, but I think the main thing we want to see is this. So you've got options to play campaigns, single models. If you've got multiple models, you can use them. Kind of like skill point boosts, kind of like XP granting. The abilities you gain, it's pretty cool. Different factions had different abilities, and that might have been what kind of pushed the 8th edition towards where they were going with what they were doing. So there you go, you had your tables, what you could do. If it was in the green, if it was red, it caused different effects and, you know, different ranges. Same for the interceptor, so that's pretty cool. And the gunship there, even though it was slow and it found it quite difficult to do snap turns and stalls and what have you, it was just, you know, could fly at any level. You know, it was built to transport. Helldrake there, only one option there for the bad guys, but it is what it is. So if you've got the right set of dice, you can, you know, have a little play yourself. You know, it doesn't take much. You've got data cards at the back, cheat sheet as always, and it was a fun game. But look, again, as I said, there was additional information in supplements. So in White Dwarf, there was additional information for I think it was like the Flyer Aces. There you go, Heroes of the Skies, and that was in White Dwarf, June 2016. Issue 126, but again, that had additional information which you can use to play the game, and it even included Tyranids, harpies. Yeah, there you go. So that was a lot of fun. So I know it's quick and sweet, but again, just a reminder to get your brain going. As always, I've enjoyed my time. I hope you've enjoyed yours. This has been Spekd, and as always, PC out.